Hello, everyone. Forecaster Summer Schnellbach. Just want to make sure my audio is working here. Check, check, check. All right. So it was a surprisingly busy weekend, most notably yesterday in central North Dakota. You probably saw all the alerts on your phone, or if you caught the newscast last night or this morning, we were covering this rare September tornado outbreak that occurred in central North Dakota. Not only is a tornado outbreak of this magnitude rare, being this time of year was exceptionally rare. So let's take a look and kind of do a recap of what we saw break out across the central part of the state. So beginning in South Dakota yesterday afternoon, there were a couple of tornadoes reported, and this line of storms moved from the south to the north and continued to produce tornadic storms along its path. Overall, yesterday, just in North Dakota, there were 19 tornado reports. That makes it the largest September outbreak on record. So it was an impressive day and not necessarily in the best way. Let's go over some of the statistics. Overall, I'm sure most of you know, in North Dakota specifically, it has been a very, very active year. More than 60 tornadoes have been reported in 2025. Now, the official count from yesterday is still to be determined, okay? But we are very likely over 60 tornadoes in the year 2025. That rivals 2010. That was another active tornado year if you were around these parts back then. So this year now, 2025, has had more tornadoes than any other year in recorded North Dakota history. Again, impressive and not in a good way. Let's talk a little bit more about tornado warnings specifically. This is a list of the top 3 days with the highest number of tornado warnings. June 11th, 1976 had 26 tornado warnings. Not necessarily 26 reported tornadoes, but 26 tornado warnings. Second place was yesterday, tied with third, I suppose. But you see, second place and third place were both this year. Yesterday in North Dakota, there were 24 tornado warnings, and June 20th of this summer was 24 tornado warnings. A little more perspective here. The highest number of tornado reports in one day. And you notice I have that little asterisk by reports because the number of reports does not always equal the actual number of tornadoes. One person or 2 or 3 people could have seen and reported the same tornado, and that would have counted as 2 or 3 tornado reports. So just keep that in mind. June 17th, 2010. I seem to have got my dates mixed up there. I'll try to find the correct. I have that pulled up here. There were 40 tornado reports on June 17th of 2010. That second place should actually say June 27th, so 10 days later. And that was that was 2015. So that should say June 27th, 2015 in second place had 38 tornado reports. And then third place was just this past summer. There were 23 tornado reports on June 20th. And then tied for fourth place, 19 tornado reports on June 26th. And then again, June 26th, 2009. And then again yesterday. So the National Weather Service in Bismarck is actually going out today to do surveys on the tornadoes that moved through yesterday. So we won't know the exact number of tornadoes for a couple more days until they get all that squared away. So there were 19 reports. Does not for sure mean there were 19 separate tornadoes. Some of those reports could have come from the same tornado. Not only were there tornadoes, but there was heavy rain. This is a photo from our sister station, KFYR in Bismarck. This was sent to them on their Sky Spy photos. This is the 9th Street underpass in Bismarck. I grew up in Bismarck. I'm very familiar with this underpass. It is prone to flooding, but not always on this scale. Yesterday was a record rainfall in Bismarck for the date, September 14th. About 2.5 inches reported in and around the Bismarck area. Let's now look ahead to what we're seeing today. We're not quite done with the rain. We don't have heavy rain necessarily, but we've got some scattered showers that have been lifting into southeastern North Dakota and now east central North Dakota. A few showers in the southern Red River Valley as well. So we do have some showers and some thunder in the forecast. Not currently seeing any thunder, but that is in the realm of possibility this afternoon. In fact, we're looking at a level 1. That's that marginal risk for severe. The area is in dark green across northern Minnesota for later on this afternoon and into the evening. Otherwise, anticipating non-severe storms for today, but some thunder, some lightning, some brief heavy rainfall. Looking at that first alert forecast into the afternoon, we'll continue to see showers moving in from the southwest to the northeast. This is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You see those showers and thunder showers in northeastern North Dakota. And then later on this evening, they start to move from the west to the east across northern Minnesota. So another busy day in some areas, but not nearly as active as what we saw yesterday. With the cloud cover and with the rain expected in northeastern North Dakota this afternoon, that's going to hinder temperatures a little bit. We're talking upper 60s by the 4 o'clock hour compared to some low 80s in the Southern Valley. And you see these wind arrows, it's going to be windy as well. We're going to see that wind picking up out of the south and southeast, gusting upwards of 30 miles per hour. So a warm and windy day is expected. Let's take a look at your planning forecast here. Temperatures remain warm for the next several days. 82 today, 85 for tomorrow. We'll see a lot of sunshine for tomorrow ahead of our next chance for rain and storms that moves in tomorrow night and into Wednesday. Wednesday, we also see some cooler temperatures start to move in. Pretty close to average for this time of year, but cooler compared to what we're seeing today and tomorrow. 74 Wednesday, 71 Thursday with another chance for some showers and storms. And then fairly isolated into the weekend, but temperatures will be cool into the weekend. 66 on Friday, 67 Saturday. And then we warm back up into next week, back into the mid-70s. Be sure to tune in for our newscast this afternoon and evening. We'll break down the latest on our rain chances. And I apologize for my voice. Came down with a cold over the weekend, not sounding the best. But I hope you enjoy your Monday and have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week.